recognize these comedians?
I went to college for the whole time.
Seniors, I know you belong in the Tercentenary Theater right now. Believe me, all of us miss Harvard Yard.
Ken, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, sir. Thanks
You're
for having
a real
me.
doctor. I mean,
Yes,
a real one.
I'm a real doctor. I still have my license.
All three of them went to college, but John Mulaney has a degree in English, Conan O'Brien has a degree in history and literature, and Ken Jeong was a pre-med student at Duke. Now, young aspiring comedians are still going to college hoping to make it big, but at Emerson College, they're betting that a bachelor's degree in comedic arts might help. But not everyone is convinced of the degree's merits.
And sometimes we have students who are like, they get advice from stand-ups that like the best thing you can do is just hit clubs every night. Like, don't go to college for it, just hit clubs. I think the value is that we are a comedy program, but we're also a liberal arts degree. And so our students aren't just learning yucks.
Every comedic arts major is required to take courses in comedy or film history, alongside theoretics-based classes. In a class cheekily named Why Did the Chicken?, students learn tried-and-true strategies to elicit a laugh from the audience. But if comedy conservatories and renowned organizations like the Upright Citizens Brigade have been offering classes to budding performers for decades, why spend 4 years in hard-earned tuition money at Emerson?
If you're doing it like on the side, then you're not really as focused on it, and you can't go as depth as you can when like it's what a lot of your classes focus on. And like all my friends are like, I'm like surrounded by comedy majors and just other comedy people all the time. So it's such like a deep dive, and you'll see like a much faster and a much like larger improvement, I think, if you like are in the major rather than like trying to do it on the side while also trying to balance all your other normal schoolwork and stuff.
While Emerson believes that its holistic approach to a comedy education sets its students up for success post-grad, working comedians question the value of a degree in a field dominated by comedy degreeless performers. One of them is Mike Linehan, a 23-year-old stand-up comedian from Boston who is in the process of moving to Austin, Texas, where he hopes to grow his audience.
That's why I'm down here. I came to the new mecca of comedy, Austin, Texas. This is where young comics are. This is where people like me are, 23-year-olds, 22-year-olds, 21-year-olds. They didn't go to college. None of these people. Some of them maybe, but a lot of them, this is their college, and this is where we're gonna have that experience. A lot of what I said, the outside looking in, it's a different side of things. Money, so you're gonna make about $100 a night on your best night, and like for your better show, unless you, like I said, you're famous, and then you're making a lot more money. Right. So it really is. So it makes no sense. That's one of the arguments you'd say for going to school for comedy. You're not gonna make money until you're famous, and that's a long game.
But McMahon says that a degree in comedy isn't about getting kids headlining tours or selling out shows.
I do everything I can to make sure I'm not selling a pipe dream. And I would feel really horrible if I was, if I didn't believe in the degree and what it teaches people. Because from my perspective, I don't know, you shouldn't go into comedy if your goal is to be famous. You should go into comedy because you love comedy. And that's what feeds you artistically, emotionally, psychically. I mean, I know that's true for me. Comedy education teaches people how to take risks, how to fail and fail well, how to use that failure to motivate them into the next thing, to improve, to get better, how to read an audience, how to communicate with an audience, how to persuade an audience, how to collaborate with people. If our degree doesn't get a student a job in comedy, it is not a failure. Because we've taught them a lot that I look at my students and I see how talented and smart and driven they are. There's no way these kids are going to fail. I don't know if they're going to be famous. I don't know if they're going to work in comedy at all, but I do know deep in my soul that they're going to do well in life.